Hello and welcome back to our channel. This is as much my cat's channel as it is mine. I'm doing this video a little bit late. I'm going to be doing the 24 books that I want to read in 2024. And because I'm doing it so late, I told myself that I was not going to do any of the books that I've already read so far. So they're going to be completely new books. Some of them are layered, like prequels that I have to, not prequels, books that I have to read before reading this and blah blah blah. So let's get into it. I was actually not put off, but I was not.
You want a burrito?
Like Burrito Express?
Like, I'll make you a burrito right now.
You'll make me a burrito?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do this video because, like I said in my previous video, I haven't read since 2019, and so I tried to set my Goodreads goal at something that I knew that I could definitely accomplish. My thinking was if I could read one book a month, then I will feel like accomplished and feel very good about myself. But I'm on my 6th book of the year and it's only January 25th. So I'm definitely going to hit my goal, and so
Didn't wrap it very well, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Thank you. This is a yummy looking burrito. Thanks for the burrito, babe. Here's my little burrito. Oh no, it's unraveling. My burrito is unraveling. Oh, she's being so nice and calm. Maybe we'll just leave her here for a bit. So I'm almost at half of my goal. I'm starting my 6th book, which is Caraval. And honestly, nobody told me that there was so much abuse in this book. I thought it was going to be a fun read. I'm only on page 36 and their dad has drowned someone. It's a lot already so far. Oh my God. Look at my little burrito. Anyways, let's get started. So some of these have like reasonings as to why I pick them, so I guess I'll just insert talk about those reasons as well. Babe, I'm letting the burrito free. She's starting to wag her tail.
I'm gonna hop on the game.
Okay, bye baby. Oop. Okay, so let's get started. The first book that is on my list is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Oh my god, that rhymed. As you know, the only book I read, how many times am I going to say that? The only book I read in 2019 was ACOTAR, and so I was like, you know what, let me just restart on the massiverse of books, and I'm going to start from the beginning. So, 2024, Throne of Glass, we're doing it. I'm going to go with Sarah J. Maas's preferred reading order, and that'll be my first read through. If I ever reread it, maybe I'll try other read through recommendations, but so for my first one, it's going to be her preferred reading order. And I think I am going to tandem read the 2 books that are meant or suggested to be tandem read. I can't remember what they're called right now. Yes. Number 2 is a book that I do not have, so I will insert the cover here. But I want to read Once Upon a Broken Heart. I have heard so many good things about it. But it is a spin-off, I think, of Caraval. So I am reading Caraval right now. So you will notice as I am going through my list that I do not have all of these books yet. I just finalized it moments before this video. So I don't have a lot of the books yet. Some of them are being delivered to me, or some of them are on the way. Some I am yet to purchase. The next book in my list is Flawless by Elsie Silver. This is one of the books actually that I have been wanting to read since before I even hopped on BookTube. So before I was even watching booktubers and like what their favorite reads were of 2023, I saw this book at Target and I was like, oh, I want to read that. Let's do a little story time real quick between books. The reason I felt the urge to start reading again is because of my job, my other job. I work at Target, and right now I work at entertainment DBO, so the person like in charge of kids books, adult books, DVDs, music, he is on leave right now, and they've been using me to kind of cover for him since I think like right before Christmas-ish, a little bit before Christmas. And so I do the new transitions for him, I push all the new books and stuff like that. So whenever I work in toys, whenever I work in books, I'm like, I need to buy all of these things. So my past month and a half little bout of working in entertainment, I have just been immersed in all of these books, and I see them and I'm like, oh my god, what is this about? I'm so curious. I need to buy it. Because again, I haven't read since 2019, so I'm catching up. A lot of the books that I initially wanted to start reading were because I saw them while I was stocking the shelves at Target. I haven't kept up with any other books and new releases and stuff for a while, but now that I am being forced to keep up with new releases because I'm the one that changing out the labels, putting out the new books and stuff, I'm like, oh. So I'm actually really grateful that I've been the person that they put in entertainment for now, while the actual DBO is on leave, because it brought me back to books. So just a little, what is it called? Anecdote. Is that the word I was thinking of? I thought it started with an L. I'm going with anecdote. I'm going to decide that anecdote is the word I was looking for, and I just incorrectly believed that it started with an L. Okay, so the next book that I am going to read in 2024 is Twisted Love by Anna Huang. This is another book that I saw while I was working at Target, and then I saw that it was very popular amongst book fluencers. So I'm going to be reading this book this year as well. I'm excited for that. So a little bit of backstory on why I chose book number 6 is I was in search of books that had theatrical elements, and I looked it up once and I didn't get that many results, but I looked it up again today because I really wanted to incorporate more theater into what I was reading, and I learned that theatrical fiction is actually a subgenre of fiction, and I was mind blown. And I think there are 2 or 3 books on here that I added because of that, and I'm really excited to get to those because theater is such a big part of my life, and then including theater in my reading is just going to be that much more fun for me, I guess. So the next book has actually been on my TBR because I had seen so many people speak highly of it, and it is If We Were Villains, and today I saw it on one of the lists and it had Shakespearean elements. One review said that it was like a love letter to the theater, and I was like, oh my god, like that is a book that was on my TBR, and now it fits the goal of having more theatrical fiction in my list of books to read, and so it was perfect. So that is number 6. Number 7 is, before I tell you what book this is, I just want to say that this was not intentional. I did not put this book at number 7 for any reason other than I was making a list and it happened to be number 7. How serendipitous. What a happy accident. At number 7, I have the 7-year slip. So I don't know why that was so funny to me. But this is one that I saw at Target once, and that last time I saw it was the last time I saw it. It has been sold out. We have not gotten another copy, or if we have, it's just flying off the shelf because I have not seen it since the first time I saw it. And this is one that has been rated very highly by a lot of the bookfluencers that I've been watching, and so I'm excited to read this. This is actually going to be a part of a book talk video that I have where I have my boyfriend choose my last read of January. And if he doesn't pick this book for January, I am going to 100% put it on my February TBR because I'm going to be focusing on romance in February. So this will definitely get read at the end of this month, or if not, then in February. Yay! Ooh, the next book that I want to read, is it a book or collection of poems? You will understand my confusion when I tell you what the next book is. The next book I want to read is the Odyssey, and I don't have it yet. I was supposed to buy it today. We were supposed to go to Barnes & Noble, but our plans changed. I would like to read a classic this year. I originally wanted to read Wuthering Heights, but I am just so excited about the Odyssey right now because of Epic the Musical. Okay, if you haven't heard of Epic the Musical, it is a loose adaptation of the Odyssey, and it is being written by George Rivera Herons, aka Mr. Jalapeno. But anyways, I am very late to this Epic the Musical, and I am probably not on the level of fandom as other people are, because I guess it's a musical being written on TikTok, so a lot of people are getting like the behind the scenes, and I haven't done my deep dive of that yet. But I have been listening to Epic the Musical for a while now, and just hearing about all the legends and myths and lore again. I want to reread the Odyssey, and I don't know if I'm going to reread the Iliad with the Odyssey, but I also heard that the Iliad and the Odyssey are good starters before you read Circe, so that is another reason why the Odyssey is on my list, but mainly because of Epic the Musical. Okay, the next book is The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han, and the reason I want to read this is kind of dumb, but next month I will be going to New York, and Hadestown is one of my favorite musicals, and the lead actress in The Summer I Turned Pretty is going to be playing Eurydice. And I have always wanted to read The Summer I Turned Pretty. To All the Boys I've Loved Before, I will hold in high regards as one of my favorite books of all time. I haven't reread it since the movies came out, but they are some of my favorite books in my mind. I don't know if rereading them now will change my mind, but I don't care. I love To All the Boys I've Loved Before. It is probably the book that I've reread the most in my life. That is really saying something, because I don't really reread any books. So yeah, that is the reason why The Summer I Turned Pretty is on my list. It's just something I've wanted to read, and also because, oh my god, I'm sorry, the Jenny Han TV universe is going to be in Hadestown, because do you know who is playing Orpheus? If you do not, it is Jordan Fisher. And if you recall, Jordan Fisher plays John Ambrose McLaren in the To All the Boys I've Loved. No, what is the second one called? P.S. I Still Love You. The fact that they're both in Hadestown blew my mind. That was very long to just say I am going to read The Summer I Turned Pretty. So number 10 is one that I decided today, and I am very excited about. I am going to enter the Cosmere. I'm doing it 2024. I'm being a little bit overconfident, having not read a book in the past 4 years, but I'm gonna do it because I feel like Brandon Sanderson is like a huge staple in the fantasy book community, and I want to be part of that. I'm gonna read Mistborn in 2024. I'm still trying to decide what reading order I want to do, but it seems to be the general consensus that the reading order for the Cosmere starts with Mistborn, so that is what I'm going to read first, and I'm very excited about that. Number 11 is Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. This is another one that I feel like is spoken very highly of. Everyone thinks it's so cute. What just happened to my books? This is actually one that I heard one of my favorite booktubers talking about, and just from the title itself I was like, that is so cute. What is that? Number 12 is The Atlas 6, and I actually wanted to read Alone with You in the Ether for my first Olive Blake. I said it right on the first time. Sorry. When I recorded the first take, I could not say her. Well, actually not recorded because my camera wasn't recording. So when I was sitting here talking to myself, I could not say Olive Blake. It just was not coming out right, but I said it. So the first Olive Blake book I wanted to read was actually Alone with You in the Ether, but recently I was stalking the shelves at Target and I bought the Atlas Complex. Me buying the third book in a trilogy, not even having read the first book or even having the first book. Yeah. The 13th book that I want to read in 2024 is The Trial of the Sun Queen. Is Trial of the Sun Queen, and this book has been described like The Bachelor, but if it was like fantasy. So I don't know why, but that like completely sold me and I was like, I'm reading it, I don't care. Another book that I chose because I was looking at the theatrical fiction like little articles, recommendations, was Here for the Drama, and it's marketed as the Devil Wears Prada of theater because it is about the assistant to a female playwright. Yeah, I don't know, I'm really excited about that. I'm just really excited to read books about what I do, basically, but not like educational books because I already have enough of those at school. So another book that I'm going to read this year is A Court This Cruel and Lovely. Now that is one that I can't really talk about what it is about. I cannot remember for the life of me, but the reason I chose it is because I was looking through my camera roll because I take a lot of screenshots of books that I want to read, and that book cover came up a lot, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna read it. I can't remember what it's about, and unfortunately I'm very sorry about that, but I guess I'll find out when I read it. Another book that I am going to read this year is actually one that I had been hearing about since before my big 4-year book break. So I'm very excited about this because it's also very well loved. Like, people still really love this trilogy even after it's been finished for a while. So number 16 is The Cruel Prince, and I don't know, I'm just really excited to read about fairy courts. I love fairy courts. I love any like court narrative, if you will, like Reign. I don't know, I'm a sucker for court. Like, what is it called? High court, I guess? I don't know, but yes. The next book, number 17, is Circe, and this was actually on my list before the Odyssey. Originally, I just wanted to read Circe before I read the Song of Achilles, but when I was looking up the Odyssey and the Iliad, a lot of people said to read those books before Circe, and I was like, oh my god, that's perfect, because I want to read Circe already, and now I want to read the Odyssey. So we're just having a Greek type of year, I guess. The next book I want to read is number 18, The Serpent and the Wings of Night. This is a Crowns of Nyaxia novel. I think it's part of a duology. It's a book by Carissa Broadbent, and I'm really excited about this. I stalked it on the shelves and I saw it and I was like, that is gorgeous, I want to read it. And a lot of people like this duology. I don't really know what more I can say because I can't remember what it's about at the moment, but yes, I'm going to read The Serpent and the Wings of Night this year. Number 19 is Fourth Wing, and it is such a popular series. I know a lot of people absolutely love the first book and then they don't like the second book as much, which is kind of off-putting, but I just feel like I need to hop on that. Number 20 is Daughter of No World, which is another Carissa Broadbent book that interested me. Carissa Broadbent seems to also be a staple in the fantasy world, so this is one that I am very excited to read. It's just, it looks gorgeous. The cover is gorgeous. I am excited to read that one. It's just another one that I was influenced by some booktubers to pick up, and I'm excited. So Rain and Ruin is another one that it was in my screenshots a lot, so I decided that I am going to read it. Number 22 is Butcher and Blackbird, and again, this is another one that a lot of people enjoy, and this is actually going to be my first read of February, so I'm really excited about that. Just the premise of the book sounds so interesting. It is about two serial killers who are kind of like vigilante-esque because they also, the people they're killing are serial killers, I believe. But anyways, they go on dates or they have like this contest. I forgot. Something about that. Something along those lines. Number 23 is The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. She has a lot of romance books that I am interested in reading. I believe her like specialty is writing STEM female characters, so I'm really curious about that. It's giving Bones. I love Bones. But another reason why I want to get into Ali Hazelwood is because Bride, which is her like paranormal romance debut, is coming out this year, and a lot of people seem to like it so far. It comes out in February, so that is one I think I'm going to read in February. We'll see. I don't know. I'm very excited for it. And last but certainly not least, also I'm not going to read this in this order. I am going to attempt to read Wicked. I absolutely love Wicked. I've seen it 3 times. My boyfriend and I saw the Pink performance of the 20th anniversary. I've had this book for so long, and it's finally time to give it a read. So that is my last book in my 24 of 2024. Thank you for watching my second video on my channel. I am going to be posting again next Monday and Wednesday. I have 2 videos lined up that I'm also excited for. Yeah, that was my 24 books that I'm going to read in 2024. So thank you for watching, and I will see you on Monday. No cats or boyfriend this time to save me.